Hello everyone, if it's your first time to the channel, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to continue playtesting in set 5. This time we're going to revisit Zoro. For those of you that may not know, Zoro's ability is you can put one Dawn under him and all of your characters gain plus 1000 power, and so you run a lot of one drops, a lot of weenies to try to just kind of poke your opponent out. With the change in the meta, we don't run a control style deck as much of a control style deck as we did in set 4, and so now you really just kind of want to max out on all of your one drops and kind of play that way. So for the deck profile itself, I am running 10 2Ks. I'm running 2 Otama, 2 Sanji, 4 Makino, and then 2 Brook. The reason I'm not maxing out on the Otama is it's just not as impactful as some of the other 2Ks can be, and I didn't really want 12 2Ks, right? I'd rather have bodies on board that I can play, a lot of the one drops, or some of the other cards that kind of have a little bit more utility. Otama's good to help you, to help lower some of your opponent's characters so you can swing into them with your weenies, but a lot of the times I'd rather pump up some of my characters with Makino, Magra, etc. So Sanji we're running 2 of, just because you do play an aggressive deck. There are going to be times where you're going to play opponents that want to starve you out, and so if you can get a Sanji on board, use his ability to take your life and then pressure, that's really helpful. We're playing 4 Nami, just the heart and soul of the decks. It searches out the majority of the deck. We're running 4 of the Red Zoro because we are playing an aggressive deck. Running 4 the Dawn now that we got her back. She just searches out the majority of the deck. 4 Makino to pump up all of your characters. 3 Magra, same thing, to pump up all of your one drops. Running 4 Buggy. Buggy whiffs more times than it doesn't, but that's kind of okay. It's a 1/3 statted character that can be KO'd by Slash, which does come up at times if you play against Law. Law can't, the leader Law and character Laws can't attack into it, so it does play a pretty important part there. Same thing with if in the mirror match, right? Zoro leaders can't KO it, and if you ever run into a Kinemon, Kinemon really struggles into it as well. Running 4 Marco, just because there's times where it just doesn't die. You'll have some events at times in your hands that are kind of like dead cards, right? You can have a Fire Fist in your hand that you don't need until later in the game, or just don't need it at all. And so if they try to kill your Marco, then you can just pitch some of the dead events in that moment. And KOing something on play does come up at times. You do still run Gordon, right? So I'm running 2 Gordon with Otama. You can kind of combine them, and then you can KO something. But just the fact that with leader ability it can swing 7 is pretty big. 2 Sanji is just a 1/3 vanilla. It does have counter, which is nice. I'm playing 2 of the Nico Robin. You can pair Nico Robin with Otama. You can pair Nico Robin with Fire Fist, so you can KO a 5K. I played into a Whitebeard before where I just Fire Fisted their 4-drop Marco, then played Nico on top of it, and then I'm able to swing into the Marco instead of swinging at leader, so it just kind of saves me a little bit of Dawn if they decide to save it. Running 2 of the Gordon, and a lot of my 2-ofs are just kind of like utility. Some matchups you won't need them, and then some matchups you will. Like I said, 2 Gordon to just minus my opponent's characters. 2 Brook. I actually really like Brook, and I would like to bump it up, but I kind of like the ratios that I have as well. So there's times where you can put 2 Dawn on you can play them, put 2 Dawn on your leader. Your leader's immediately at 7, and it didn't cost you any Dawn because you still have a character on board. So that's nice. I'm running 2 of the Luffy just because it's a really good finisher. It's searchable by Nami, and then you just never know when you might need it. Running 4 Rad Beam because Rad Beam's just broken. 2 of the Fire Fist, which comes up in the Sakazuki matchup because you can let's say you can minus 4,000 like their Hina with that they play rested and KO the Rebecca. It actually comes up in the yellow matchup as well because you can minus 4,000 something and then KO a Shirahoshi if they happen to leave one on board, which is pretty big, especially against Enel, because they tend to cycle the Shirahoshi as much as possible with Katakuris and just keep gaining advantage. Just one guard point, because there are times where like opponents won't attack you and they'll just keep attacking your board, and so you'll be at 5 or 4 life, and just being able to have a guard point to help save some of your weenies sometimes is nice. 2 jet pistol, it's really good in the format at the moment. A lot of decks are running either 5-6 blockers or just 4-drop characters, and then the 1 Jambe just for there's just times where you just need it. If you can get your opponent to 0 and then survive, you just next turn Jambe and swing 14 with leader, and a lot of the times that should be good enough. So that's the deck profile. Now let's get into some gameplay. All right, and for our first matchup, we actually have a game against Sakazuki, and he made me go first, so I'm okay with. This isn't the best hand, but it's not bad either, so we'll just keep. I wish I had a Nami, but that's okay. Do get a Rad Beam from the buggy. And especially against Sakazuki, like, your searchers are massive. Your searchers are just really good because they just replace themselves. And so even if he destroys them, then you're still in a good spot. I have another buggy. I have a Makino. I might just swing 6, 7, play the buggy. Yep, just be as aggressive as possible. I don't want to play the Nico Robin yet because I'm going to save her. Jet Pistol. Or another Rad Beam. We'll keep the Jet Pistol in case he plays a Lucci. And Sakazuki a lot of times doesn't have a lot of counter. So, I mean, that's fine, right? We'll go ahead and get a bunch of cards out of his hand already. Does he have the Lucci? It seems like he does have the Lucci. Borsalino, okay. Let's do this. Let's see what he does. He should just free block with the Borsalino. Yeah, he does. Okay. I'm going to play the Marco here, KO the brand new. Because he's not at 7 Dawn yet, so he can't Borsalino the Marco. So he has to have Hellhound. He plays Marine Fort. Okay, nice. So it seems like he does have the Hellhound. I'm gonna take this because I still have a good bit of life. Magra's pretty nice. Plays the Lucci. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna give up the Rad Beam. I think we give up the Rad Beam here because I want to Jet Pistol the Lucci. I'm gonna Jet Pistol the Lucci, so that gives me 3 to work with. I could just play the Magra. That feels bad though. So 4, 1 on leader, so that's 6, 7. So I can go 7, 8. Just go 7 first, see what he does. Yeah, and then we'll go 8 here. That way, now if he blocks, he still has to give me 2 cards. Oh, and he takes. Okay, nice. So, yeah, we're just gonna Jet Pistol this and then pass. He can Borsalino here, so he can swing 6 at life and then Borsalino. Doesn't though. Another Lucci. Nope, don't have an event. And then he can just go either 5 at life and then play a Hina. Okay, plays a brand new. We'll take. Nami's pretty good. I think I just play the Luffy, right? I think I go 1 on leader, 6. That leaves me with 8 Dawn. So it's 5. Put 3 on the Luffy, swing 10 unblockable. And then I have another one for next turn. Well, that changes. Does it change things? Does it change things? I could play a Nami. I mean, I can just go... It's at 7. I can still go 9 and play the Nami. I have enough counter to survive, I think. Do I, though? Let's just put him at 0. Let's put him at 0, and then he has to deal with the Luffy that's already on board. And if he doesn't, then I have another Luffy coming. And he can't kill me this turn. Seven. What can he do here? 7, 7, 7, 8. Oh. And that's why you play Jet Pistol. And that is exactly why you play Jet Pistol. I mean, I don't have to take. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going for game. We'll get Ryu a Magra. Sabo. Sabo's pretty good. This is where the Diablo Jambe would be really good. But I'm just gonna go 6 first and see what he does. Hopefully it gives me counter. Perfect. Alright. He is playing the Virgo. Nice. And then we play the Luffy. And that is a yeah, he disconnects. Yeah, I mean I was going 11. Like I said, Sakazuki a lot of times doesn't have counter, and so you just kind of, that's what you want to do. Just go at their face. Ignore their board a lot of the times unless you can just easily KO something. And then even if I didn't kill him this turn, I think I was still pretty okay. I mean, I still had 3, 5, 6, 7k worth of counter. So yeah, I mean, he would have had to block with the Sabo, so he would have only had 3 attacks here. But yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. All right, and for our second match, we actually have another game against Sakazuki. I'm gonna go second in this one. I don't have any searchers, so I'm gonna mulligan. And we are able to find a Dadan this time. So I'm just gonna play out the Dadan and get. I guess we'll get the Makino. Swing 6. I'm gonna take, and then probably plays a brand new. Ooh, Buggy's nice. Buggy is pretty nice here. Draws a Hellhound. Zoro's also pretty good. I'm just kind of thinking what to do here. I can play the Buggy, put 1 Dawn on leader, and then swing. I can swing 5, 7. The problem with that is if he KOs the Buggy, which he's most likely going to, right? Because he'll probably have Lucci next turn. That's fine. I can play the Zoro after that. I have Jet Pistol as well. So we'll just go a little aggro. Maybe going first is the play. We'll see. We'll get a Rad Beam this time, because I already have one Jet Pistol, and I have the Nico Robin for a Rebecca, so that's fine. I could have Gordoned Nico Robin the brand new, but just doesn't seem worth it. He can Hellhound the Buggy, and then he has 6. That puts brand new up to 6, so he could do 7-7. We could do 6 at the Dawn, knowing I'm gonna let her go, and then swing 7 at life. Maybe play another brand new, or sorry, that wouldn't be 7 at life. It'd be 6 at life, and then play another brand new, or just swing 5 at life, play a Hina or Tashigi. Okay, so he does swing at the Dawn. Do I want to save it? No, that's fine. I wish I'd seen a Nami early. Does play the Hellhound. Yeah. Take. Get another Makino. And plays a Tashigi. Does the Tashigi matter? He goes up to 7 Dawn, so thinking here. I can go 6 at the brand new, play the Zoro, swing 6, play the Gordon. It just feels bad. Just feels pretty bad. We'll go 7. We'll just go 7, leave 1 up for the guard point. I don't like playing my 1-drops that like don't replace themselves, because then if he does have the Lucci, it just feels bad, because I definitely minused. 8. Yeah, no point in saving that. Because if he has the Lucci there, then it just dies anyway. We get a Rad Beam. I can go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and leave 1 Dawn up. That's fine. What did he give me there? Oh, he's playing the one-legged soldier? Okay. Double Great Eruptions. This probably has another Hound Blaze. Oh, Lucci. Okay. So we're definitely going to Jet Pistol the Lucci. And then he can go 5-7 here. 5 with the Tashigi, 7 with Leader. Leave the Borsellino up. A Nami would be really big. Just goes 8. Yeah, we'll take. That's fine. they listen. The One Piece gods listen sometimes. Ooh, Zoro. Okay, so 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 4. No, okay, so 6, 6, and a jet pistol on the Lucci. Oh, he lets it die. Okay, I don't think that was correct. I've seen 2 Zoros and a Luffy, so I have 2 more Zoros still, and then another Luffy. Cycled out of Borsalino. I wonder why. I think he could have played the Borsalino here, and is still in a relatively safe position. Plays the Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca to get back to Lucci. Yep. And then play Sabo. Okay. But here, now I get to save the Zoro. I think he should have played... I'm going to give him the Sanji because I'm going to use the Magra on the Nami. I have a lot of events. We'll just go ahead and give him a guard point, because I can use the Makinos here. Okay, so I'm gonna go 6 at the Tashigi. Okay, that's fine. We'll go 6 at the Tashigi again. Now, let's see what we get with the Don. Puggy or Nami. I think Nami's the better play. So, Nami is 1. And then I want to leave 2 Don up. So, that leaves me 3. So, I can go 9 here. Or I could see what I get with Nami first. Oh, Luffy for sure. Yeah, and we'll just go 9. Leave 2 Don up for the rad beams and go from there. And now, so this is a position where if he swings like 5 at something, I will use a rad beam to save it. Just because like I have 2 Makinos, so I can use the Makinos to pump up all of the weenies. Gets an Ice Age, plays another brand new. Gets a Borsalino. That's a good one. Because now you can play the Borsalino and then swing 7. Oh, he does have the Lucci, actually. He has the Lucci, so I'm going to save this. Because he's going to Lucci kill 2 things anyway, right? So he's obviously going to kill the Zoro. He's probably going to swing with the Sabo here. Or could swing with the Sabo. But he's going to kill the Lucci and either the Magra or the Nami. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, he kills here. He's going to kill either these 2 or the Zoro and the Nami with the Lucci here. But I'm in a pretty good spot. Because he doesn't have any blockers up. So, I can just... Right, so I can... Makino, swing 9. And then I can go the rest on leader. Yeah. And then that's just game. Because that would have put me at 13. That would put me at 13 with 4 cards in hand. There was nothing he could do there. Yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. Alright, and for our next match, we have a game against Purple Luffy. Oh. I think we go first, right? I think we want to be as aggressive as possible. So we'll keep here. We'll keep this because this is a pretty good hand. We have 2 searchers and a Zoro, so that's nice. We'll go ahead and play the buggy out, get a jet pistol, and pass. And then next turn, we're just going to swing 5 and then play the Dadan. The Nico Robin doesn't do really anything in this matchup. So if I don't find something else, which I did get a Nami, nice. Then I'll just play her out as a vanilla. We already have a Rad Beam, so I can get a 2K. That probably sounds better. And then next turn, I'm just going to swing. Or I could set up one more turn, but we'll take this one. Magellan? Oh, okay. I do have 2 Fire Fists. We'll give up the Fire Fist. I mean, I had like 2 events that really don't do much. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. But I could just jet pistol here. I could jet pistol and then just go 6. And then just kind of give it one more turn. Or I could just go in as well. 5, 5, 5, 7. I think that's probably better, right? Let's just try it out, right? We're just play testing at the end of the day. I don't develop anything is the thing that I don't like. Like, he could go poly next turn. We'll give it one more turn. We'll just give it one more turn. And then we'll go from there. I probably should have played a little bit more aggressive, but it's alright. There's also an argument to be made to save the jet pistol for one of the blockers, like a queen or a kid. Just kind of see what he decides to do here. He does take a life, okay. Yeah, we'll take. Why not? And then plays the poly. KO's the buggy. Okay, that's fine. It's pretty fine. Five, 6, 1 for the Makino, puts it at 6. So I can go 6, 6, 7 here. Right, because I have the Zoro. I could also just save the Zoro. I can go 6 here again, and then just play double Dadan. I mean, I'm definitely getting the Nami. Yeah, let's just play another Dadan. And we'll get another Nami. I could have got the Gordon. It's fine. I have Fire Fist. I should have played maybe the Nami and then just left up the Rad Beam. Another poly's pretty good. Another poly here is pretty good. So we'll Fire Fist this poly and then we'll go 4 at 2. Okay. We'll go 5 at life. Let's play one Nami first, see what we get. A Zoro, so I can do 6, 6. and then leave one up. We'll do that. Because I have another Zoro anyway. Okay. I could have gone 7 there since he might continue clearing board. But I think he should just start going face. Yeah. I think that's probably the better play. We'll take this one. He could play a Kaido here. Oh, nice. Well played, sir. Played right into that. And he swings 5 at a Dedan. Okay. That's fine. But... oh, he got rid of the Makino too? Oh no, I had already used it. Dang, he did get rid of he got rid of the Nami and Radbeam. Those are big hits. That was pretty big for him. I think we just poke, right? I'm gonna go 6, 6. Yeah, that's fine. 6 again. I guess here I should have gone 7. Oh, okay. Yeah. We just go 5. He does block. I could clear board. No, it's at 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do 7, 7. No, let's just go 6, right? Let's go 6 at life, and if he takes, then I know he doesn't have a 2K, right? And then I go 8, because if he didn't have... oh, and he just immediately disconnected. Yeah, if he didn't have a 2K to get out of the 6, then he doesn't have 2 2Ks to get out of the 8. But yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. Kaido. Okay. No 1-drops, but I have a lot of rush, so we'll take that. Just gonna go 5. Get a Makino. Kind of would have preferred to play the Zoro. That's fine. OT page 1. Okay, that's pretty good. A Luffy. I have a lot of rush cards in hand, so I think I'm just gonna go 6, 6, play the buggy. Just try to apply the pressure early and make it to where he attacks my characters instead of me. And then for next turn, I have the Makino onto the buggy. Does get the island. A little late though, but 6, 6, 6, 6 at me. That's fine. Do I want to go down to 2? Probably not. I know I wanted the Makino, but it's fine. Not really worth it to swing at the page 1. It's just easier for him to defend. And then this way, I just apply a lot more pressure and get a lot more cards. 2K counter is probably the better option since I have 2 Luffys. Yeah. And then here, he can't kill me. He can, I mean, he ramps to 9, but plays the kid. But for 3 Dawn, he doesn't really have anything that he can use to ramp. 7 at the Zoro. Yeah, Zoro dies. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna do Gordon here so that I can swing here. And he just lets it die. Yeah, because if he free blocks, then I can just kind of go for game. Now, we'll go 6 here. And I might just play a Luffy and swing with the Luffy. We'll put him at 0 life. Or possibly 0 life, right? He can't block this. Yeah. He could, and this way, if he plays the 10-drop Kaido, he can't play the 10-drop Kaido anymore because I'll just kill him on the crackback. Okay. Maybe he has the counter. Swing 6. I'll just counter out of this with the Sanji. Because next turn, I'm just gonna go for game. Well, okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna go 14 and leave up the rad beam just in case. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's a GG. Okay, we'll give him the rematch. Oh, he disconnected. Never mind. That's a GG to my opponent. All right, and for our final game, we have a match against Yamato. I'm gonna go first because they kind of like to go first, and we'll definitely keep this hand as we have a good bit of searchers. Nami first to get a Zoro. He just passes. We'll go 5 here. First. Hopefully no trigger. Okay. And then we'll just play double buggy, which both will whiff into a Gordon. Yellow doesn't have too much removal. I mean, they have Thunderbolt, but if they Thunderbolt a Gordon, like we take that all day. Whatever he play, if he plays something solely for 4, okay. Oh, all right, yeah, that's fine with me. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna hold out one more turn. So I'm just gonna swing 5, and then I'm gonna play Marco, and then this coming turn, I'm definitely gonna plays a Sanji blocker. That's fine. And we'll take that. Okay, so he doesn't have any Dawn on the Yamato, so it won't go up to 6. So I'm going to Jet Pistol here, here. We'll go 5 first. Counters, and then we can go 5 here. And I know you have to worry about Thunderbolt, right? But I'm just doing little pokes, and so these are probably the ones that he's gonna counter out of. Yeah, see, anything he can counter out of with 1 card, he's probably gonna counter out of. And then now this one's the one that would probably hit. So I just go 5, 5, 6, 7 there. Plays another Tonoyasu. I mean, what's he gonna go after? Life? Is he gonna attack my Marco? If he attacks the Marco, then I'll just pitch the Rad Beam. Plays a Vanilla. Yeah, that's fine. And then just lets me go. He is a 6K now, so it is gonna take a little bit more for me to pressure him, but that's okay. We'll just leave one up. If he has the 2 event, that gives him +5. Yeah, perfect. We go ahead and get it out. And we pass. I wanted to leave one up for Rad Beam, because he's been playing pretty aggressive at my face. Plays another of the vanilla. So he's playing a little bit of a different list. That's a free Rad Beam. I gave him a free event. He gave me a free event. That's fine. Now here, right, I guess I could have Gordoned. That was probably the better play. If he saves it, I'll Gordon this time. Okay, yeah, I should have Gordon. That way it gives me space to play the Makino. But just going to keep doing little pokes. Gets a beige. Yellow always has a beige. I'll leave one up for just in case I get a Rad Beam out of life. He does have another event. I mean, I have 5k counter, which is pretty alright. He does have the Yamato though, which heals him. That's pretty good. And then he can swing 6 at Nami or Buggy. No, we'll just counter out of the baby hits. But that, I mean, that's just game. Uh, 8, since he can't counter out of 8. Does he get another beige? No, okay. And we just go all in. Oh, all right, and that is yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. All right, and for my final thoughts, we had some pretty good games today. We had 2 Sakazuki, 1 purple Luffy. We had a Kaido and a Yamato. I know the last 2 maybe aren't meta, but the first few were meta. And those are honestly Zoro's probably better matchups. If you're gonna play against a meta deck, you probably want to see definitely purple Luffy, and then the next one, Sakazuki's a little bit of a 50-50, but Enel is honestly your hardest matchup. I would have loved to see one, but we just kind of didn't. I think Zoro is actually really underrated in the meta at the moment. Enel is your hardest matchup solely because they just don't die. And so you have to pace yourself, and you can't just go fully aggressive. You have to kind of know when to go in. But even then, like if they just see Katakuri into Yamato, like there's nothing you can do, because their leader ability just lets them survive for so long. But outside of Enel, because even Katakuri, I feel like it's a pretty 50-50 matchup. It depends on what triggers they get. But because you play really aggressive, like you're able to take that sometimes as well. So I think, like I said, Zoro is really underrated right now. It's in a really good spot. And yeah, if you're looking for a pretty budget deck to play to get into the game, Zoro is probably the one for you. So yeah, no, that's the deck profile. That's the video. Thank you all so much for your support. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are starting to grow little by little, and I'm hoping to put out as many videos as I can. And with that, thank you all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing day.